I'd say to parents, it's important you keep that relationship with your children, because if you leave a situation in a bad way, it makes things harder for the children, makes things harder for them to understand. Parents need to carry on setting that example, even if they are at each other's throats, arguing all the time. They need to sit their children down. They need to have a conversation with their children about what's going to happen, what can happen, what the children can do, what, like, if they want to live with the other parent or whatever. They need to explain that they still love their children no matter what, and that both of them will always be there for them.
It's one way parents can help with, like, splitting up for their children or with family members. If it's not about going to meet and having to face them, or it's just being civil, like exchange a few emails or a few texts, and that's just fine. That makes you know that they don't hate each other, like, and you know that it's still going to be fine because they'll speak, and you're not stuck in the middle and you'd have to pass messages, so you don't feel like it's your fault, or if you don't agree with something, you can't say it because it's what the other person says, so it's hard in that way. So I think the best thing parents could do if they're splitting up is make sure they're still civil and talk, because otherwise the children are going to suffer.
Dads need to get back in there straight away with the kids, even if they don't really want to talk to their partner or ex or whatever, but they need to carry on setting that example, because everyone says that you look up to your father figure, and obviously if that is gone, then who are you supposed to look up to?
You need to tell them what's going on. You can't keep it from them, because it's too big to keep from them, and it's not nice not knowing what's going on, and they always need to know what's going on. Not even if you tell them the full story, just tell them little bits, or just the bits they can handle, especially if they're a bit younger, or just tell them what little situation, like, oh, we're just having a little fallout, or just bring it to them gently, because if you bring it all in one go, it'll crush them deeply.
The thing my mum's done well is being very upfront with me, especially with me, tell me everything that's going on. She's helped us get through times like this. She's spoken to us. She's taken us to family who again have been upfront and nice to us, and just being like a very understanding mum. And I couldn't wish for a better mum, to be honest.
for parents to help their children and so not to develop problems such as depression or something, they should orientate the decisions on how the children feel. Well, obviously they're not, like if they're young, they won't have the final say, but they should maybe try and like arrange an equal, maybe not equal, but a good stay with both of them so that they don't become more influenced by one another, and so that they get that both, just kind of influence from both of them, and so they can grow up with that and feel that they didn't miss.
Parents should, even though they're going through this rough patch or they hate each other, whatever you want to say, they need to sit the children down and they need to tell them that it's going to be okay and that you can either live with whichever parent you want and there's not going to be any grudges or whatever. You can go and speak to them and see them whenever you want to, and that's okay and acceptable. But I think if my parents had sat me down and explained that it was okay, I would have found it easier and I wouldn't have been so alone because I could have talked to either of them. I could have felt like I could have talked to my siblings as well, so...